Okay folks, we're going to show you how to create the backboard for the paper gripper project on Solidworks. So we'll start with a new part, click OK, and the first thing that we're going to do is an extrusion. So we select extrude. Remember, most of the tools you will use today are in the top left hand corner, so extrude. And then we need to decide on which work plane we're going to sketch on. So we're going to sketch on the front. I'm going to start with a rectangle. Here we go. And a rectangle for the backboard. The Smart Dimension tool is 300 millimeters long. Make sure you're in millimeters. Any issues defaulting to inches, remember down the bottom here you can change it. So our backboard is 300 by 70 tall, and we'll exit that sketch. And our backboard itself is 15 millimeters thick, like so. So that's us made the main body of our backboard. The next thing we're going to do is add on the slots for the backboard pegs. So we're going to use extrude cut, and we're going to do that on the front face. It doesn't automatically rotate to the front face, so Control 8 is your shortcut button. The first thing I'm going to do is add 3 vertical lines. I'm going to do the first one by snapping to the middle of our backboard. So it should be able to detect the middle. There we go. We'll just draw a vertical line like so. And I'm going to tell that line to be for construction. So just press escape a wee second and select that line, and we can set that as a construction line. We'll do that another 2 times. So I'm going to add another line in, make sure that it's vertical, and then one more over on this side, make sure that's vertical. I'm going to select these lines and also make these a construction line. We'll do the same here, construction. Last thing I'm going to do with these lines is I'm just going to set a distance from the outside edge, so that we have an equal spacing. So we'll set this one to 50 and this one over here to 50. Let's try that one last time. So just distance from here to the outside edge, we'll set that to 50. Now we're going to mark on using a rectangle. Using the rectangle tool, our slots, I'll just exaggerate the sizes slightly. I'm going to have 3 of these. And if we just zoom in a little bit here and using the Smart Dimension tool, from the center line, we make that 7.5. And for the size here, be careful that you don't have anything selected. And this distance here is going to be 15, and that will center that rectangle on there. We repeat the process here. From the center line, 7.5, and the rectangle here will be 15. Just zoom out slightly and do our final one. So from the center construction line, 7.5, and then the size here will be 15. So now that we've got that, we're going to exit the sketch. I'll just zoom out slightly as well so that we can see what's happening. And rather than extrude cutting all the way through, we're going to put a blind extrude cut halfway in and confirm. So you can now see the 3 slots, they are equally spaced. I have one that's exactly in the middle. If you remember, that's because we first of all sketched these center construction lines. and our first one snapped to the middle, and the other two are 50mm in from the side. So we're quite happy with that. The next thing we need to do is we need to put an angle on these slots. So we're going to use the extrude tool and we're going to add some material. We're going to do that on the side of our backboard. Remember, Control A is a handy button. And I'm going to create a little profile. It's going to start up in this corner. It's going to work its way across, down. Being very careful down the bottom here not to snap to the middle. It's somewhere about here. In fact, we do want to go in the middle. That's a lie. And then back up to the top. I've now created this profile. Exit sketch. We'll have a wee rotate just so you can see what the extrusion is planning on doing. It's planning on going in out the way. We need to flip the direction and we need to tell the distance to go through the whole material. We are merging this because we're trying to add material to what's already there, and just confirm that. And we've now created these angled slopes for our pegs on the backboard. So this is starting to look pretty good now. I'm going to add a little bit of material. Over here on the right hand side we have our appearances tab, and there's lots of options underneath appearances with the grey tab here. Scrolling down into organic and into wood, we have all different types of wood on show here. Just going to choose beech today, and we'll go for a satin finish beech. So I'll just drag this onto one of the surfaces, and when I let go I get some options. I can add the material to the face, to the extruded feature, or to the whole body of the object. So that's what I'm going to do, and that is the first steps in creating our backboard with the sloped angles. So have a go and see how you get on.